Hey guys, over here in the shop today, but I thought about something that I think will entertain a few of you guys. Most of you guys find it boring, but our little back room that I don't think I've ever showed you. We just added a computer for the guys here so they don't have to use their phone all the time. And this is fluids and extra stuff that we grab on a constant basis. But I want to show you guys the back room here, which you'll see is a disorganized mess. But what it takes to do what we do every day, some of this stuff you just can't put a price tag on. So right here is a whole thing of trailer wiring, plugs, and adapters. So when we're delivering trucks and trailers, we grab stuff from there. We can hook it up, adapt it, do whatever. Just right here, rollback lights. I mean, so many different lights. But if you need one, they got oblong, they got round, they got LED that are red, they got LED that are clear, they got LED that are amber, octagon shaped. Tow trucks come back from rental, stuff's broken, lights on trailers, bulbs. Used to be you could keep 3 or 4 different brands of bulbs. Now it's a ton. I don't know, it's probably 100 SKU numbers of different bulbs, mirrors, caps, straps for tailgates, license plate brackets, because Virginia has a front license plate, caps galore. Different size caps, different thickness caps, different style caps, lug nut caps. I mean, it's just, it goes on. Filters, fluids. Again, most of you guys won't even think that's interesting, but let's go up here. Hood pop cables. Filters. A lot of that is for big truck stuff that we don't do much of. Flares, caps. Look how many different style caps for rollbacks and tow trucks and 450s and 550s there are. So AJ doesn't know it yet, but AJ is going to spend a day up here once he gets back and gets caught up, which will take him a little while because he has got a list of things to get done. But inclement weather day, he's going to be in here. I mean, there's rotors, going through stuff, and mirrors. Until you break a mirror on one of these newer trucks, you don't realize some mirrors are $2,000 for a mirror. So we accumulate a lot of mirrors to use parts off of, because you can just imagine if you smack a mirror in the parking lot, you just cha-ching, $2,000 out the window. Especially when they got heat and power fold. I bet you there's 30 mirrors compiled around here in boxes and across the street from Dave and David over the years, robbing pieces and parts to get mirrors put back together. Every now and then we do have to splurge and spend the money, but we hate it when we have to. More caps. So it's kind of crazy. Oh, I should have showed you a little overview while I was up here. Ooh. This shop is so freaking tall. There's so much wasted space in here. It's not funny. But gives you a little bird's eye view. And actually, if we were to turn this into a full-fledged shop, which one day we may of some sort, or rigging for tow trucks like we had intended on doing, I was going to set an office up here and have an overlook. And then actually we planned on mezzanining across there and connecting to the office that's out front. I'll show you guys that. Because that area above the bathroom there would just be wasted space. Going straight across could put a pretty sizable extension to the office there. Comes just straight across. Shoo! And put a couple glass windows looking out also. And while we're over here, the SEMA 3-wheeler and a bunch of other cool stuff. Getting ready to get the Ghostbuster car down, and that is going to go to the parade this weekend. But while we're over here, a little quick walk through. Hadn't much changed because of the weather. And by the time all this is stitched together, the 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 video should be about ready and live. Christian's getting the keys in them right now. Let's not forget batteries. This shelf will get empty on some days, just depending on if we're doing a startup day. Amazing how many batteries we go through, our little inventory sheet of them coming and going. It is unbelievable what it takes just to keep batteries rolling around here. But it's a lot of vehicles, but some of these expenses people don't think about. It's $100 a pop, sometimes 150, 200 bucks a pop with every battery. And then some trucks taking 2, 3, and even 4 batteries. So you can spend real quickly just shy of $1,000 just making a truck start again. So a lot of different things that fall into the bottom line, unfortunately. Snowplow truck just about ready. Had to wait on a wiper switch to come in for this. And then our friend, the farm truck, got himself a fresh, smooth back window and also fixed the leak that's so common on these OBSs. So now we're gonna pull his interior out, dry it completely out, clean the seat cover. His trim is done, his bed liner is done, his headlights, marker lights, and other items for the front end are here. He's gonna get a new brake control box, a full detail. This is a really nice OBS truck though. And we say farm truck because he's the one that has the square body that is an actual full-blown use on the farm truck. But it was a beautiful truck that we put new heat and air conditioning and other things on. So next time you guys see this truck, she's gonna be detailed up, but no more leaky window, sweaty interior. The rear window had been replaced and it was installed poorly. We'll do a whole video about that one day. That and windshields. You guys don't understand how important it is to have a quality install done. It took an immense amount of time to cut that back window out, but to avoid it being damaged when it was taken out or damage the paint, it really did take a lot of effort. So this truck's actually been in the shop for almost a week just to get that windshield out, cleaned, prepped, and reinstalled, and then to sit in here and dry, you know, where it's warmer and the weather's not on it. So crazy amount of effort for something so simple, but we're getting it done. Here's a little walk around of a truck you guys may remember as one of the very original round eye front end square bodies. We said we were going to do a full paint correction on this truck, which has been now accomplished, and it also had a little bit of the lower rocker and door areas resprayed because of rock rash down low. Most of the paint on this truck is very original and it turned out amazing. This truck is definitely finished off beautiful in this Cordova Brown and extremely rust-free and original. Real happy with the results. Next time we see you guys, we'll be decorating the monster trucks over there for the Christmas parade. Dave's getting the square bodies put away. Been a busy day. We got a lot done. Fire video. If not, you can blame Trista because she's been putting all the effort in getting it ready. Hopefully it will load on time because it's a long video. It's going to take a little while to upload. We got a couple new pieces in. We got a couple things cleaned up. There's a little good comparison of the smart car, small car next to the big mom car. Be cute to have both. Yeah. So Alvin's getting some rollbacks cleaned up. He has been getting a bunch of these vehicles unthawed. We got our decorations back up. Did we do a picture? No? How'd you see it?
With my eyes.
Were you on a smoke break walking around wasting time?
That's right.
Okay. Another rollbacks arrived, and Dave got the mud flaps on, and Alvin's doing a little quick cleaning on it, but that's a super clean truck. You can see how clean the bed is, and he's going over her, giving her a final touch. I think Mike's already got a customer ready to purchase that one, so he does? Yep. Oh, good. Okay. That's not online.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, so we need to get that one checked in and online. Don't know why it's not. The big black square body. 2 of these Jeeps. I just put one of them away. 2 crazy Jeeps. This one's still kind of streetable. They're both 1-ton axle. The blue one we showed you guys in the snow is pretty much a rock climber. This here, the guy actually drove to the beach, out on the beach, around the beach. I've got a couple different tires and wheels that go with it. One set's a set of groundhogs. Some of you guys that love the old school stuff. But those are good play toys. You know, this man had some land, so he just played with them off in the dirt. Kind of like a side-by-side. Safer than a side-by-side. Less expensive than a side-by-side. Remember the blue Polaris we sold? customer commented on the video the other night. And he's like, dude, y'all are killing it on these square bodies. He saw the 3.0 in one of the shorts and commented, Texas, that's where that went. So we still have a couple over there, and we still have some time for merch. Christian loves when I say the word merch now, because he's like, say merch, JW, say merch, JW. And now I say merch, and he's like, oh, that's so many more orders I got to fulfill. But you guys are crushing it. He's getting them shipped out every single freaking day. Trista was doing some today. It's been insane. And we actually got a batch of shirts in there that we're getting ready to go through. I'm hoping that we'll be able to do some sort of little giveaway between the holidays or before the holidays. We actually have some long sleeves in there too. So we'll get that stuff somehow posted. But also the sweepstakes stuff, me and Christian spent a lot of time on a conference call the other day. It's unfortunate. It's very expensive. So we got to pay. Did you think that through last night, Christian? We essentially have to pay to give something away.
The more expensive it is,
The more expensive it is, the more expensive we have to spend. It's crazy. We used an example of a $500 item. The reason we use that example, there's a $600 threshold. So you see giveaways where guys give away like, I'm going to give you this $100,000 truck and 20 grand cash. Well, the reason they're giving you the cash is because you got to pay taxes, because you just profited $100,000. So you got to pay taxes on that money. So a lot of people got burned on that early on, and I've been watching these giveaways for 20 years now. So that's why they start doing the cash thing. Well, if it's under $500, you don't have to pay. We left the lights on that truck. If it's under $500, you don't have to pay for that. And in doing that, we said, all right, let's do 500 and under. And he's like, okay. So he computed it up. I think he said $2,100. Is that right, Kristen? Yeah. $2,100 for the fee to do it properly and pay the taxes and pay the stuff for New York and Florida and all this other craziness. So for a $500 item that we're going to give away, we got to pay $2,100 to give it away and do it legally. And we're not going to do it if we can't do it right. We're not going to do it if we can't do it legal. Giving away shirts and other things like that, not a big deal. But when you start giving away a physical thing in a true sweepstakes fashion, you have to let everybody be proper to enter. You have to have a P.O. box. There's a lot of things. So he was very excited. I think he knows we really mean business with this. And I told him, if somebody does us right, we still deal with dealers and businesses and people that we've been dealing with for 40 plus years. You stick by us, we're going to stick by you 100%. So I think he realized that. Dang, that truck over there is torn to pieces, man. The stuff that they haul in at that body shop over there, man, it's scary sometimes. But anyway, that's going to be a real thing real soon. So looking forward to that. And hey, it's the giving spirit. So we're going to keep on giving until we have to start paying to give. And then we got to really think this thing through. We got to keep having you guys support. We got to keep the merch moving. We see the comments, guys. We know you want different merch. We know you want different designs, and we're bringing it to you. The cups and other things have been great. And Christian's been adding a few little things here and there. A couple of you guys are getting some bonuses. So hopefully we can keep that up and hope that we have a clear weather day for Sunday. And tomorrow, on a sadder note, we do have my 102-and-a-half-year-old grandmother's funeral. It's unfortunate. We told you guys she passed away. We've had to wait this long to do her actual funeral. So tomorrow's her funeral. I'll try to get some clips of that because she will be very, very, very much missed. She saw a lot in life over that age, a lot. Televisions, cars, lots of things came in her lifetime. So happy we sat down and did that video. Happy that you guys got introduced to her at some point. And we're going to get things closed up. And we're going to see you guys tomorrow.